Hello, everybody. Of course, Penny on top of that. Muted my mic. Okay, so as I was saying, Penny is very upset. She is here right now because, whatchamacallit, Hendrix is where she normally sits, and she's not happy. Okay? She's very verklempt. She's yelling at me. She wants me to fix it, but she can't tell me how to fix it. Hendrix is where she normally sits when I come in here, and she is very mad and said, don't do it. You sit right there. Yeah, you don't like my lotion, so stay away. That's the first problem. So I really should learn to stop saying that tomorrow morning I should have no issues. I should be on time, because every time I do that, issues arise. So for instance, this morning, my brother calls me at 7 a.m., 3 hours before I normally wake up. Sometimes, like if I stay up late for a stream, I try to make sure I get enough time sleeping. So my brother calls me at 7 a.m. or maybe even 6:30. He called me really early. And I was like, what's up? And I love him, but it was essentially a nothing burger. Okay? So that was the first problem. And so it took you so long to figure it out. Shut the ever-living... Getting there. So, all right, fine. He calls me. I talk to him. He got me worried at first, and then it was nothing. And then he's like, well, do you want to come see the baby? And I was like, the problem is, I love my sister-in-law. She's not exactly a come over and visit me kind of person. And she had a bit of a rough go with the delivery. You know, it was a very tough day. I want her to settle. I don't want her to feel like everyone's coming and crowding her. And I want Izzy to get into her rhythm, right? Okay. Also, I have no idea if I can show you guys her face. Her parents are still deciding. So I think as an infant, it's okay. It's when she starts really developing facial features that are recognizable is when I won't feel comfortable doing it, but that's besides the point. So that's how my day started. And I said, you know what? I'll sleep for the 45 minutes, then I'll get up. I had my phone directly underneath my chin. Imagine thinking things will go according to plan. Wow, Jay, thanks. So I put my phone on my chest with my alarm. And I said, this is not going to be a problem. This is going to go fine. Hi, Rachel. Hi, everyone, by the way. You thought there's a 100% chance God says bet, right? And Mary said bet. Yo, guys, I think what we should do, I want to get a hold of the Gen Z Bible. Fucking hilarious. Starman Red just showed a small video to me of it, and it's hilarious. But anyways, so my phone was on my chest. I fell asleep for the 45 minutes. And then some, because here's what went down. I wake up, and I forgot what woke me up the second time, but it was a jolt. So I'm pretty sure one of the cats did something. All right? My phone is across the floor because I'm pretty sure Aria kicked it across the floor because she has been super anal, getting on my chest and being like, you will hold me, you will love me, I demand attention. She's been like that lately. Okay. So it was 11:45 when I woke up. Way past the time I wanted to wake up. So I got up, I went to the bathroom, and then I took care of all the animals. And I was like, great, I'm only going to be 45 minutes late. And that's when I started getting phone calls. I got emails, I got phone calls, and I had to take care of paperwork. So that's when everything went awry. This is Penny, guys. I don't know how often you get to see her up close, but Penny's very upset. Everyone just joining in now. Penny is extremely upset. Hendrix is sitting on the back of the chair where she normally sits. So she is very verklempt right now. She's very upset. She's very mad. She cannot be where she normally is because, as you guys know, she has gotten hyper attached to being near me as much as possible. Normally when what are you going to do now? He's still there. No, you're not going in the shelving units. No, thank you. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Yes, our poor little anxious Bibby. As you see, she's got the Jada Pinkett Smith shit going on over here. That's because she tears herself apart. I have tried putting on a cone. I'm eventually going to get her kitty Prozac. That's what I think I'm going to have to do. But until then, what, Penny? Hey. I know. Calm down. Chill your tiny ass out. Come on. Right here. Come on. And so I had to put out some fires this morning. I got a call from a very dear friend of mine. And she called me about something that happened. And then we found out the thing didn't actually happen. Someone made a mistake. So she had to come down from it. And then she asked me what I'm doing today. And I said, well, I don't know. And so she is actually taking Starman and I out. Penny, hey. She is going to take Starman and I out today, tonight, for a celebratory dinner for us buying the house. Not Jada Smith, right? My anxious babes is becoming less anxious with your tip star. I also got her some calming supplements. I know most of the time we're smart asses each other, but I'm really happy about that because I will say it works. My issue is that, and I know this is going to sound really rich coming from me, adding the cats as fast as I did, specifically bringing Luna and Sunny back in after Zorro died really fucked up some stuff and made it worse. But it was a lot happening at once. So, you know. I know it looks bright and white, but it doesn't mean it's for you, young lady. I hope you understand that. This is for mommy. Also, guys, there is something I got to do for myself. A little something for me, and I'm actually really happy about it. And I don't think you understand why. I upgraded. These are my new desk shoes now. So I no longer am in high heels on my tiptoes the whole time. I'm in these platform flats, and let me tell you something. This shit comfy. I can actually get up and walk away without having to take the shoes off if need be. It's just kind of hella nice. These are Juicy Couture. They are comfy. Like, all right, so the thing is I have wide feet, so they were a little tight at first, but I'm like stretching them out. Cats do hate change, I understand. Hopefully she stops shitting on the floor soon. At least Penny is getting closer to the touchdown. Yeah, guys, if you rewatched my stream last night, or if you watched last Monday, so Penny, people say they want Penny. Someone, as a matter of fact, came on stream last night. Was like, oh my God, I love your cat. I'm like, yeah, the cute ones come with problems. Penny is adorable. Like, she's straight up, let me see. Look at this thing. She's adorable. What are you doing? Look at the people. They want to look at you. They want to see you. And she's an adorable cat. She's the size of a young kitten. But she's going to be 10 next year. Like, she's going to be 10 years old. However, Penny's size and anxiety is due to her being pulled from her mother entirely too early, which also results in super fun things. If it's cute, there's something wrong with it. No, that's true. And Penny likes to make sure she feels secure wherever she is. And I promise you, you don't want her to make herself feel secure. Old baby, but still a baby. A lot of people ask me who the kitten is, and she's not a kitten. But most of my cats, because of how well I treat them and how their diet, they don't look their age. Zorro honestly didn't look his age until he busted his hip around the same time that Bastion died. So if Zorro had never busted his hip, I honestly think he'd still be here. But that was the beginning of the decline in his health. And even though we got him to the vet, they claimed there was nothing wrong. I do still feel to this day that I probably could have done more, but at the time, Anyways, so Penny, last Monday, while I was on stream, she came over, she walked all the litter boxes, and made a big show of getting ready to go to the bathroom in the litter box, and then squatted right next to one and peed on the floor. I'm like, thanks! So, I thought that was it. Last night, she stood in front of the litter box and pooped. I was like, babe, so close yet so far. Like, she almost there. Tripped at the finish line. Stars, on any advice for a cat with upset stomach, hairballs? Khaleesi's, yes, I do actually. So one, check the ingredients on your food. Check for any wheat, soy, corn, things like that. If she is on a primarily kibble diet, transfer her to some wet food. And a great way to transfer that is to add in raw chicken livers, grind up some raw chicken heart, and get some salmon oil. If you don't want to take that route, any high quality wet food that is a pate would be really good. Child, what you doing? Where do you intend to go? He hasn't moved. That's a no. Young lady. Thank you. If you want to make her jump, I blew on her. All I did was blow on her. Add a little water to the wet food. Right, if you're worried about the water intake. Typically, wet food, especially like if you get like tiki cat, they tend to add a lot of water to it. So don't add too much, but she's right on that. And if you really want to make sure that the water intake they get is nutritious, you can actually use bone broth. They have cat food that's bone broth. It's mostly water, but a little hot water. Very true. So the thing is, cats really rely on smell. See, look at my child, my sponge child. She getting up there. You know, you're not going to like when I start drawing, young lady. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You being a mess and a half. Whatchamacallit. Woo, sorry, Hendrix. Oh, are you? Oh, no. Well, I accidentally moved him, so she's going to be thrilled in a second. Go ahead. Look, your spot has opened up. Go. Be joyful. There you go. She will circle till she gets what she wants. That's how she do. So microwaving cat food can help a lot. Putting in warm water can help a lot. I would say, to piggyback on what Chaco said, I would even say go the bone broth route. And a lot of pet stores now have very healthy options of bone broth. Like very good ones for your pet that are easy and very flavorful. And as long as you look in the ingredients and you're seeing just meat and water and maybe a little salt, you got it. You got the right one. All these notifications. Ugh. I don't want your free item. Go away. So I said it last night on last night's stream, but in case you all missed it, Busy Izzy has arrived. There's a new child in the Star Galaxy, the new Starling. My older cat wouldn't touch wet food until she saw the younger cat eat. Right. Well, so for instance, when I give Greta treats, right? If Greta doesn't want the treat, she has to either witness Orion eat it first, or because she doesn't always like what Orion eats, she has to see me eat it. And she's done this with fruit a lot. So like when we've fed them fruit, I have to take a small bite and pretend to eat it, and then she'll try it. Is it wrong to get feeder mice from the snake dealer and let your cat have a warm meal? I don't necessarily think so. However, Sylvar, the problem is that mice come with a slew of issues that snakes can process, but cats can't. I would say to you, you got to make sure these feeder mice are completely dead. And you got to make sure your cat even wants it, because some cats are not interested. But on the flip side, I would say instead get a feeder chick. So a lot of hatcheries and poultry farms will sell frozen chicks. I would say that would be a better option for your cat, but I would double check and look that up. Matter of fact, why not? I'll do it right now. But I would 100% say make sure it's warm. Don't feed it to them cold. Can my cat eat feeder mice? One of the best foods to feed cats that are diagnosed with diabetes is actually mice. So it's really good if your cat is diabetic, I guess. That's the first I'm hearing of this. Is it safe for cats to eat wild mice? They can get sick. This is the problem, is like because of wild. This is a vegan friendly stream for those that are Although cats in the wild eat rodents, it's not a good staple. It is much better to feed them regular dried or wet cat food. What do you think about feeding? So a lot of people have asked this question, Sylvar. It's the first time I've actually been asked it, and I haven't really thought about it. To clarify, I'm not talking about letting your cat catch and eat mice that would show up in your pantry where you don't have super much control of the situation. And this is starting as a dark joke, but the time I finished typing it, I actually wanted to know. Right, I honestly will tell you I get it as a dark joke, but I genuinely see it as a a real thing. T-Rex doesn't want to be fed. T-Rex wants to hunt. You can make it a hunt, and I'll get into that. So it's all about giving the cat the chance to hunt for it. I mean, like, mice are available for food for reptiles. How do you feel about buying them and getting some of those and giving to your cat? I do not recommend giving your cat live mice, for the same reason why I don't recommend giving your reptile live mice. One, because it's torturous to the mouse, and two, because your animal can get injured. I'm trying very hard to provide well for my kittens, so I looked into different feeding types, but I also work on a budget and have a clinical depression, so full-on barf doesn't make seem like a viable option. I believe that's raw feed. But for both dental hygiene and nutrition, raw food is good, so perhaps giving her mice every now and then would be a good idea. I feel like it'd be somewhat sensible, especially since mice can't not be produced. Even if no one had pet snakes, rescued animals will still need them. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I think to feed them out a cat mice to get nutritional value they need it would cost way more than just buying them science diet. No, buying them science diet is terrible. The mice sporadically fed would cost me 7 to 8 euros per month at my most frequent food supply. Yeah, pinkies and feeder mice are not very expensive. So after checking, I typically spend around 30 to 35 euros for my kitten's food. This doesn't include treats. I always buy them for a whole month in advance, so even if I drain my wallet, Milky Way won't go hungry. That's your cat's name, is Milky Way. Is an entire industry commercialized dry, wet, and raw food available? Is there a reason you want to feed your cat frozen mice? I assume you're not referring to living, because that's obviously unethical when other options are available. Oh yeah, absolutely not living ones. Dry food is basically out of the question for me. So many resources agree to being bad for long-term feeding, which it is. You shouldn't solely rely on dry food. Hi, after 40, how's everything going? Did you get out of your meeting, honey? It's chicken season here. I occasionally get frozen baby chicks, and she gets to hunt it because morbidly we have tied it in a string. No, that's partly what I was going to say. We get a few mice in the house, especially in the winter. The standing rule with the cats is that they have 10 minutes of play, but then mama is taking the mouse outside. Right, like hi, Pink Dolphin Milk. I don't like the idea of allowing your animal to torture its prey. I don't let my cats torture roaches. Like, they get a few minutes with it, and if they haven't finished it, I finish the job. Do you want me to? I can't repeat that. Both. See, you can be both, Fae Queen. Let's see. It's kind of important when I go through a depression spike. The only thing I don't think is reliably provides the dental hygiene is crunching apart raw bones, the benefits of cat grass. I agree that raw bones are very good for cat teeth and dog teeth. It's really, really good for them. I have to write them or try to call them again tomorrow. I waited on hold only to be told that I would have to try again Wow, that's fucked up. I hope it gets better. Guys, everyone, put a prayer out there for After 40. She's having a tough time helping out her little girl. So just keep her in your prayers. So that way everything gets taken care of. I would say, in my opinion, I would do something akin to a snuffle mat, personally. So when I had the Dagoos, right? I would get, because again, they're burrowers. They're naturally digging, chewing creatures. I would get toilet paper or paper towel rolls. And I would fill it up with alfalfa, with Timothy hay. I would fill it up with their little grass treats and nuts and things. And then I would wrap it with newspaper. I double twist it on each side. Then I would layer that with hay, and then I would do another wrap with newspaper. And the reason why I do this is I would call it their hay poppers, and it gave them something to burrow into and to dig at. And you can do something similar like that for your cat. You can get the puzzles, the snuffle mats. If you are so inclined and you have a room you feel okay doing it with, you could hide it somewhere in the room and have them find it. Obviously, that would depend on you having a room you're willing to put a dead mouse in somewhere, or a dead chick. The easiest way, because they are so accustomed to it, is just placing the dead chick in the food. So there's all these options. I don't necessarily disagree with it. It's no different than giving your cat or dog a chicken or turkey neck. which is excellent for their teeth, or giving them an antler. It's just, I will say, out of the two options, a neck is going to be far more nutritionally valuable than an antler. Hide the mouse in your sibling's pillow! Stop it! Shredded newspaper in boxes is a huge hit with, yeah, exactly. If you shred up papers, like you get biodegradable fluff that's safe for animals. There's all these different things that you guys can do. Shit. Silvar, why didn't you ask this question last night? This would have been a great question for me in horror, you brat. Me giving the cats remaining meat on lamb's leg. Squeeing is almost as big as she is. It's so cute. Take all the pictures. Especially if you fillet the lamb's leg and give them the raw. Because I try to avoid giving my cats any extra seasonings that are typically for human. But I hope that answered your question, Silvar. So, I mean, it's not impossible. It's not bad. I would say, in my preference, I would say go for a chick. That would be what I would tell you to do. I would say go for a baby chicken, frozen and dead. Just because I feel there's more nutritional value in that than the rats. My cat gets no seasonings, but she also gets partly raw. Like, there's a lot of, I think Cruel jokes more easily with Chaco here. That's right. Chaco's usually asleep when we're doing the Monday streams. Lame. Guys, it's already fly season. It's killing me. Driving me nuts. The flies and bugs are out. It's driving me insane. All right, so the last drawing we did was Demon, and I did a little baby in a devil costume. So we've got Saddle. I'm gonna try to, because I have, as you know now, I have planned. Not gonna lie, I don't think I could give my kitty a chick or a mouse. Saw my cat eating a bird outside, and it kind of freaked me out. One of the weirdest things I ever saw was Daisy. So this is back when, by the way, guys, yesterday marks 11 years that Starman and I moved here. And yesterday marked 11 years when I met Daisy, because the day I moved into my apartments in North Carolina, she was standing outside screaming at me. She was going, ah! Which she still does to this day. She's not a young cat anymore. She's about 12 or 13 years old now. And yeah, so it's crazy. You be streaming at times I need to go to bed because it's always night. I gotta be up at 7 for class. What time is it where you are, Emo? My cat has a huge hunt kill drive, borderline sadistic. She has no fear. See, mine don't have a massive hunting drive, but when they do, it's crazy. But I also keep the bird feeders out for this reason. You should be sleeping when you're streaming sometimes. I don't know what you mean, Chaco. But again, if you guys didn't hear, the newest star in the galaxy has arrived. And, it's amazing. She's beautiful. She is charm. She is grace. She's Isabella. You're welcome, darling. What a Ryan. What handsome. And so I'm going to have a very full week. Fly over there and beat your ass. Listen, that just means I get to see you for free. Okay. I know, I think she's either number 18 or 19 in nieces and nephews. Hold on. Let me calculate really quick because I've lost count. So let me see. We've got, hold on. Then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that is Janice, Kayla, Angie, Ray. Then we've got Kay, 1, 2. Sam, 1, 2, 3, I think. Hold on, I'm still counting. Then we have Lulu, 1, 2. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, so I lied. My blood child, my blood niece, is number 20. And that's if you don't include Brandon's nieces and nephews, who sometimes call me auntie as well. So my actual blood niece is number 20. I know math. Hey, I know how to count. I got all these. And my shoes are toeless now. They're open toe. I can use the extra counters. Yeah, I got a lot of nieces and nephews. 1 or 2. I ain't never calling you auntie. Does Hunty count? No, you're my children. I'm not your auntie. I am your mother. You, Moon, Hunty, and Bubs. I am your mother. And if you count Honest Tom, I'm his mother too. Tell you a stump feet. Bite my ass. Bite my ass and call it love. Yeah, erase that hard work. Fuck you all. I hate you guys so much. I'll have you know I'm very proud of myself for being able to count all that. Oh yeah, speaking of this, you all want to hear Starman on the way from the hospital after meeting Izzy. He's like, so babe, we're getting a gun, right? And I was like, huh? Like, I already planned on it, but it was just out of nowhere. He goes, a boy might break her heart. I'm like, okay, calm down, babe. Like, she ain't even out of diapers yet. She's barely out of the womb. Let's take a breather. Oh, speaking of mudda, there's this new song by Meghan Trainor. It's not new now. It's a couple of months old. Even though it makes no damn sense, I'm obsessed with it. I am your mother. You listen to me. Stop all that mansplaining. No one's listening. Shh. Like, okay. Don't throw in this shit. I still like it. They throw in all this like liberal shit, and I still liked it. Damn those catchy ditties. Hate it. There are valid concerns. Oh, I'm not denying this. I'm not denying it whatsoever. However. Alright, so Saddle. I haven't kept up with Meghan Trainor since 2010s. I love her. I genuinely love her. She's one of my favorite singers. I think because my voice matches hers so much in a lot of ways, like I can sing. Now we consider her a few months old. Listen, especially this year. I mean, guys, it's already April. I just bought my fucking house in January. Guns and children, cannibal jokes being restrained. All right, I've got a funny idea. I got a funny idea for a saddle. Bear with me. Cause I'm all about that bass. No trouble. Well, if you guys ever pay attention to all the videos I released, quite a few of them have Meghan Trainor on it. Stop singing, damn it. I can't help it. What's a Megan, right? Get this idea out the way. It's gonna be cute and funny and simple, which I don't think I did enough during this Inktober. What, baby? Greta, what is it? Yo, they all over my ass this morning. Mind you, I will say this. Because I was in a rush, they did not get their full breakfasts, which I think pissed them all off. The cats didn't get their wet food mixed in with their kibble, which probably pissed them off. Would you ask, give me a number? Bitch. Praise the video doesn't copyright. Well, I think I'm good. Because ooh, you skank. Oh. Total just sidetrack. Because, not I never sidetrack. Any weebs over here watch Food Wars? Any of you? Because what the fuck? Why is that anime so popular? It is literally softcore porn. I won't lie, the food looks delicious. But what the actual fuck is going on with that fucking anime? It's on right now, right? So we don't pay for our internet, or not our internet. We don't pay for our cable right now. We have the Sling free, and Sling has this channel called Anime High Drive, and every week it cycles a new anime, like the entire series, right? And so what it does is half the day is one anime and half the day is another. Okay? Is a weeb a dork that thinks they're Japanese? No, there's somebody who just loves the shit. Yeah, I understand food gassing, but like, there's one shot where literally everybody was naked and the sauce from the food was just hitting them in their, testicles and vagines. I'm like, the hell? Like, this is literally just watching somebody get splooged with gravy. Like, what the fuck? The final something is the food coma. Who's still paying for cable? I mean, I typically do because I like having Sling and stuff like that. We don't use rails. This stream is a hover train. Oh, Ogre's on his shit today. Silvar has got his jokes. And I'm here for it. I am here for it. So they're dorks. It's a similar one, I think, is called The Restaurant at the End of the World. Never a true foodgasm. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I think it's kind of funny. Penny, please don't fall, because you usually use me to catch you. And I don't need that right now. No fresh slices up my back, please. Thank you. I will say wearing these flat boots definitely helps out a lot. So this week has been a little weird. Is he holding a pumpkin? It's the Headless Horseman. You're drawing stickmen? No. How dare you, unlucky. Hi, and how so is it weird? What? Is he the Headless Horseman now? Well, this isn't Gi. Oh, you guys asking if I'm drawing Gi. No, I'm not drawing Gi. This is Inktober. See? My Inktober shit. And the prompt is saddle. Headless Horseman. Oh, I like that. That's cute. let's see. Let us hope that head isn't a pumpkin too. Let you hope it. Never mind. You know what? Bad Silvar. I'm a married woman making me talk about these things. There was something I wanted to bring up to all of you today, and I mentioned it yesterday on the Amarada stream. Greta, I don't know what you want, baby, but I can't help you right now. Mommy is working. That's one thing that the animals have gotten way too used to again, is me being in the house. They got used to it very quickly again, and now they're very mad if I'm not doing anything that they don't want me to. For instance, they all want me out in the living room so they can all cuddle with me on the couch instead of being in here. And I'm like, that is nice and all, but that's not how mommy can make money. That is not how this works, children. Was it about a plant or animal? Probably. That's the only problem, Fluffy Paws. I talk about so much because Horror and I just go off the rails and we talk about everything. I genuinely love streaming with her. Like, it's very nice because I didn't think I would. Not because I don't love Horror, but because I'm very independent. I like doing things on my own. I don't like being interrupted and things like that, because typically when I try to tell a story, people ask me about the story. All jokes aside, like it's a pet peeve of mine. They'll ask me, and then while I'm in the middle of telling it, they'll start talking about something else. It's because you don't shut up. Shut the fuck up. I had some people in VC get angry watching Peaches being a bully for 4 hours. Is that what you guys were doing the other night? I woke up and I checked something on my Discord and I forgot what I was checking. And you guys were up late, if I recall. And I saw a bunch of you in the voice chat. And I was like, the fuck are they doing? And I was like, I could go say hi, but I'm tired, so I'm not going to. Yes, we were. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Did she trigger you guys, Fluffy Paws? Natanya, show me on the toy where Black Cat's triggered you. If you hear a weird licking sound, that's Penny next to me. What did Peaches do? Hopeless Peaches, apparently, because Black Cat keeps asking me, but I don't have the time. She's like, have you heard about the drama? I'm like, no, baby, I have not heard about the drama. But, I mean, technically, if we go that, what she's been asking, I've heard from her that Hopeless Peaches had drama. But I don't know what she did. The stuff I've been paying attention to has been things like, there is, once again, drama amongst YouTube. A YouTuber has been kidnapped in Haiti. Not Peaches, Hopeless Peaches. Here's what I want you to do, Black Cats. I don't know if you've already done it, but put it in a channel that doesn't get a lot of traction. About like something related, like do the video share channel or something. That way, everyone, if you want to go to the Discord, you can find out. Hopeless Peach is the one who was harassed by Creepshow Art. She was. Yeah, there was this YouTuber who got kidnapped in Haiti. He apparently makes it his mission to go to dangerous places. He supposedly had permission. And now they have like a $600,000 ransom for him. it's, you know, a lot of shit going on. Apparently, Japan is trying to claim that America deserves to be called out for their war crimes because America has a habit of not taking accountability for World War II. And I'm like, the fuck are you smoking? Do you guys see what I was drawing now? Saddle, it's the headless horseman carrying his head and saddle to the horse. I thought it was a cute idea. Okay. That's a lie, right? Right? We really want to go there, Japan? Do we really want to go there? Do we? Because I think we can do this a little better. I think that we can handle it a little better, sir. For World War II, yeah. Mind you, they still haven't apologized officially to Korea or China or Vietnam or Laos or anywhere else that they literally had a grape train through. Plump. There's no safe way to do this. The next prompt is plump. The fuck do I do? Who did this? Why? Oh no. Nothing to do but do. Alright, let's try this. Hold on. Not the fucking international tea spilling. Well, I mean, come on though. Despite not being able to go to Kyoto, like seriously. Cheeks, I know, right? I'm trying to think what is a fall themed thing? You know what? I've got it. No booty cheeks, Chris. You go do your own thirst traps, sir. I know what I'm gonna do. It's a plump little mushroom. No babies in the server, yeah. Yeah. That's a big one, guys. And and a part of me feels really bad because, you know, I'm late. I'm making this rule. But it's a big one. If you know anyone who's in the Discord and you know they're under 18, please let us know. Because despite they might be a loyal follower, despite that they might be cool people, none of that matters. They will have to be booted till they turn 18. It actually makes me feel guilty. Like, I can't lie because I feel like it's partially my fault. Japan is closing some of their areas for foreigners tourists because of jackass influencers. Right, and then red pill people are trying to claim that it's not happening? Like, what? They didn't do anything wrong, bro. They're just exercising their rights. You're not in America. You don't have no rights. You don't get those rights. You're in another country, sir. And if you immigrate to that country or you live there for a while, you can't act like an American if you decide to become a Japanese citizen. That's not how this works. Look at that plump little... like that. Titty shroom. It's just plump. Stop looking for the boobs. I support Japan in doing that too. Other people do stupid shit like carving the names of 400-year-old temple walls. Right. Like, I'm not blaming Japan whatsoever. If you've got rude tourists coming in, fucking throw the book at them. Absolutely rail those assholes. Not mad at Japan at all for that. Not even close. It's when these people try to act like they're still Americans with American rights. I think that's one thing that I don't disagree with anyone getting mad at us for. There is nothing to be mad at when we hear someone say, a cold mushroom, you know what, you're all perverts. I'm turning the page. Wash your hands. Jade Animation got a free ride to Japan. So did Amarichu, as far as I know. So plump, let's go Frost. Again, we're going super simple. I am trying to power my way through this so I can get these up as soon as possible so that I can post everything. Like, it's going to be a massive art dump. Once I'm done with Inktober, guys, I'm going to get all of these up. Let me see. Is this what I think it is? Nope. Is it this? Where is it? Also nope. Where the fuck did I put it? Put it somewhere. Amarichu lives in Japan, pretty sure. Yeah, as far as I know, she got paid to live in Japan. That's what I mean. Like, as far as I know, they funded the move. I don't know what company did, but as far as I'm aware, a company funded her moving there. What the fuck? Is it right over here and I'm dumb? It's over there and I'm dumb. It's over there and I am stupid. Like, my goal is if we can finish these today, I'll be very, very happy. For those that don't know, sexual harassment is a massive issue in trains. Massive. Huge. All jokes aside, very big issue. That's why they should be very glad I don't live in Japan, because I'm loud and obnoxious. You don't want to sexually harass me. Because the problem with it is, the other issue, the other side of sexual harassment in Japan is that people will not say anything. I am not that person. I don't know how often they will willingly sexually harass a foreigner, but I'll tell you right now, part of me wishes they will if I ever go. Because as you all know, I'm very loud. Half of Japan will hear me. And that's if I can't get a hold of that dude, because then I'm going to get his voice going. Oh, you bet it. That's the case. All right, Frost. We're going real simple, guys. Yeah, I'd probably lose it on a train if somebody touched me. Right. Should I do the Frost? I go Irish Rage. Right? Let me ask you guys something. Evil Snowman or my Frost Monster? For reference, star cheeked up, right? Let me see. For reference, get over here. What are you? You'll hear you from... That's true. Accurate statement is accurate. This is my Frost Monster. So I would just do this, but with teeth. The Snowman. Frost Monster. Frost Monster. Snowman. We got 2 and 2. 3 for the Snowman. All right, I'm going to count to 15. Get your votes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so let's see. Who did we get? What did we get? Let's see. So for snowman, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 snowman, 7 snowman. Let's see. And for frost monster, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. It's snowman. Thirst trap snowman. No. Stop it. No. We ain't doing that neither. We ain't doing that neither. We ain't doing no Olaf either. We don't do none of that fan art around these parts. That ain't what I'm fixing to do. The smut man. Evil snowman it is. Frozone. Once again. New. Giga Chat Olaf. Ice Spice Snowman. Ew. Where's my super suit? Where is my super suit? I put it away. Why? Why do you need to know? I need it. We've been playing this dinner for 2 months. Starman and I will quote this scene fairly often. We are talking about the greater good. Greater good? I am your wife. I am the greatest good you're ever gonna get. I love that movie, right? Should say that to Starman randomly. He always does it. I say it all the time. His wife and Edna are high value and right. They're the 1%. I haven't seen The Incredibles in a minute. That's the problem with me, sister. Is that don't get me on a Disney kick, because then next thing you know, I can't stop myself. Like, Starman makes fun of me that I don't play my games enough, right? Disgust face, pull yourself together! Oh, are you referring to me? Second one was okay. I actually really enjoyed the second one. I really did. Because I see why people who are... Oh, Starman's home. Ryan and Greta, in here. Come here, babies. Orion now. 1, 2. Come here. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys. The dogs weren't paying attention. Tell me when, babe. Okay, gentle. Gentle, motherfucker. I said gentle.
What you doing?
Huh?
What you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
Scaring?
Yeah. Where's my super suit?
Put it away.
Why? Why? They wanted to see if I quoted it to you what you would say. All right, good. Yeah, because you're gonna need the nap. We got dinner to go to tonight. Philip woke me up at 7 a.m. asking if I want to see the baby today. I was like, sir, your wife will not want me to come over. Like, why is the snowman smiling? Because it's an evil snowman. Gentle motherfucker. Because the problem is Orion, I have had to get him in the habit of, and both Starman and I do it. He's a snower, not a grower. Shut up. Orion has a very bad habit of not really listening. And what that comes down to is he gets so excited when he sees us that he doesn't take the time to understand that he weighs 110 pounds. And so he will barrel into us and jump up and nip and get all excited. And so we are teaching him that when somebody comes in the house, you can't just run to the door. They've got to be allowed to come in, get themselves settled. Then you can go and see them, but it's got to be gentle. And so that is what we're teaching him. And when he barrels out, I typically have the controller on me to do anything about that, but my dumbass does not have the controller. I left it in the living room. Seems like the first 6 weeks of a baby's life is the most sleep deprivation the parents will go through. Right. And so the thing is, I'm happy. He thinks he's a lapdog. 100%. I am happy to go over and see my sibling and see my new baby niece and see my sister-in-law. I am thrilled to do all of the things. All of the things. Someone just texted me. Nope, it's just Bloom Chic. I am thrilled, happy, excited, wonderful to do all of those things. That being said, Polaroid. Shut up, Jade! What, Starman comes home, all of a sudden you all the dad jokes? The fuck? But, baby, old boy forgets his weight. Yeah, until it suits him. Oh, then he uses it quite fine. And, so that's why it's like right now, I'm trying to give her, but my brother, I love him to death, is very much yeah, come on. He gets overexcited. He gets a little too intense about things. He forgets certain things, and he's a little bit of a hypochondriac. Like, he's afraid of leaving his wife alone right now. And the thing is, his wife is a very capable woman and a very self-sufficient woman, would be a great way to put it. And I don't want her to feel pressured, pushed, or anything, because again, she just had a C-section. She just had her first child. She is having a lot going on right now. I don't want her to feel any kind of pressure, because you know what? I have dealt with enough new moms. Heck, I've dealt with enough not new moms. Oh, my brother is 100% protective. He would absolutely torture me, but no one else was allowed to torture me. That's how he was. He is a very protective person, and you know, he's a new dad. Philip never thought he'd be a dad, so you know. Also, to those that wished him congrats on his new baby yesterday, he thanked you all, because a lot of you guys said congratulations on the stream. So I wanted to let you know he thanked you for that. Sorry, I had to get the snowman's face just right. I still want Phil's child star son stories. There's nothing. I did not do anything. Well, shit, I think I forgot to tell you I said congrats to him. I was too happy about you being an auntie, right? I, you know, it was a little bittersweet on Easter. I wore my mom's ashes to see her. You know, it was a little hard because the last holiday my mom celebrated before she passed away was Easter. That's the last photo we have of all of us. And so I just find it odd that... So I told you guys the story about how my brother nearly killed my mom, and Jilly's pregnancy almost went the same way. Like, it was very similar stories to how my brother was born, and I just find it so weird that that's how his daughter was born, when, you know, quite obviously they are not related. It was very surreal to hear all that. And it was just, a lot of things happened, and Chaco, I'll tell you about them later. I forgot to tell you about all this. A lot of things happened that it just made this entire experience very odd. Because Izzy was supposed to be born on Greta's birthday, which is April 5th. And that's not me picking a day. That's the genuine day Greta was born. And I was like, wouldn't that be cute? You know, because Greta loves kids. So I had this all in my head. Oh, Greta's going to have... who's spamming? Is there somebody spamming? Hi, Fee. Say hi one more time, and I'm going to have Chaco boot you, though. So stop. I'm drawing, so if I don't notice you the first time, it's because I'm not looking. Brian brought home Boston's ashes. Oh, that's right, guys. Jade lost her I believe he was 15, Jade? 15 or 18. She lost her pet the other day. So, give a nice rainbow in the chat for Jade. Because I know how she feels. And that's when there was this cat. There's been a lot of elderly animals passing away lately. And as you all know, of course, I start thinking about Zorro. And you know what the crazy thing is? I don't know if I told you guys, the night Zorro passed away, I just wanted to record my emotions. And there is a video sitting on my computer of me looking absolute trash talking about the loss of an animal, because I was like, well, maybe I'll post this. I still have no idea if I'm ever going to post it. But I'll tell you what, 15 years old, died in his sleep, which I think is, honestly, Jade, every time that someone in my life has passed away in their sleep, I've always said a prayer of thanks, because I always think it is the most humane and peaceful way to pass. I definitely think that. I think it gives them, because imagine they must be having the most beautiful dream, and then they pass into the Lord's arms. So for me, I think it is a very, I would like to think someday that's how I pass. When I go, I would like to go in my sleep. Thank you very much. Why no? Why is not there a motion for half a rainbow? I don't know. I don't know why there's no other half of the rainbow. But put that rainbow out so that way Jade knows that someday on the other side of the rainbow bridge, her baby is waiting for her. This is blurry again. Why? I keep my shit together then break down when I'm alone. It depends. It depends. Since Zorro, it's been a little more difficult for me. Like, I'll be the first to say it. When Zorro passed away, I think it was a... See, now I'm all getting teary-eyed. I think it is a... It was like that little thing I held together. There we go. Now we're not so blurry. I think there's a way to flip emails, but I don't know how to do it. Oh, please. That's requires thinking and knowledge and shit I don't know. So if I knew how to flip an email, it'd be a full bow, right? But either way, Jade, we all have been there. We know what you're going through, honey, and we're here for you. So we got through Frost Chains. I feel like there's no appropriate way to do this. I feel like there is no appropriate way to post chains. Or to make a drawing about chains. God, I gotta think about this for a second. I was sitting beside him giving him back scratches until his breathing slowed down. Then I sent Brian in. He got to send Boston off during his last breath. Best we could hope for. Exactly. It requires a doctorate in emojology. Stop it. Emojology? Anchor and chain. No, it's gotta be... So, Emo, you're new to this because you only found me a couple of months ago. So, my rules for Inktober are... Has to be Halloween-y. Has to be fall-themed. Hi, Big T! I had a dream, T, that you lost, like, a crap ton of weight by August. It was a really weird dream, but it was like... You had slimmed the fuck down. Really hard, dude. I don't know why. It felt like it was a big jump. Bash his head in disgust against the wall. No, it's not. No, what is it you and leprechauns, young lady? I hope the prophet is... I swear to God, I'm hoping. A chain link fence. No, it's got to be a ghost. After 40, you're beautiful. Thank you. You claim you have no imagination, young lady. I love you. Ghost and change. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Star is a psychic. I will tell you right now, I've predicted quite a few pregnancies. I've predicted some other stuff. It was a very vivid dream of him revealing weight loss, and I was very proud of him. So I'm hoping that's the case. I never said I had no amount. I said I can't see the pictures in my head. See, I see them as the same thing. Yes, Greta, go lay down with daddy, baby. Was I also pregnant with twins? Screwed that up a little bit. I mean, it looked like TikTok trans women are getting right. Right. Well, I mean, I've heard some things. I said it last night. After all my talk about not trying anymore, I may still try. I don't know, guys. I think I've seen like 8. Yeah, they all love to claim this shit. They all love to claim it. Let's see. This might be the most complicated one. I won't be able to stay on long though, guys, because I got someplace to be at 7, and I want to make sure I'm clean and fresh. Is this a movie where the ending ruins the whole movie? Yeah, Saw. Because if anyone knows anyone who has cancer, you will know full well that any old person with debilitating cancer can't do even an eighth of what that motherfucker did. I hated it. It was one of the few horror movies I enjoyed. I know, right? Finally, I can bathe again. Hi, Moon. Who was the girl with the dragon tattoo and the illusions? Many of these movies disappoint me. Like, I'm about to cheap it out on these damn chains, though. Let me tell you something. I ain't taking that long with chains. Some Bob Marley shit. I ain't doing that. There's a reason why I don't draw metal shit. They're good, but the endings just got back from outside. Ooh. Is it nice over there? It's a little warm here today. Well, you're distracting me from my homework. Bad, Tony. Go do your homework. They're good, but the endings like Star vs. the Forces of Evil had the worst finales. Like, for me, it's always shows that started out so good, but they trip at the finish line because the networks or whatever force them to do like these bullshit things that never end up working, and people end up getting upset. It's a whole thing. This is just a cheap out chain for now. add in the details afterwards, but I gotta at least the Game of Thrones supposedly had like the worst. As a buy, the new Pride is ugly. Is there another new Pride shit? My God. I kind of like where this is going already. The new sus flag. Now what? Did they finally add the petals that they've been saying they were going to? Did they finally prove us all right? Because please, I've been finding so much defense of the peds lately. It's disgusting. Disgusting! How fast they are willing to absolutely jump in front of a train for them. Are you serious? Fluffy Paws, I need you to tell me you're lying. Someone get me the screen cap. What are you drawing? I'm drawing a ghost in chains, my darling. Mayor of London tweeted the new Pride flag of the day now includes the bi-colors. We don't need it. You know where the bi-colors were included? In the rainbow. For fuck's sake. I fucking can't. I hate it. As a bisexual, I don't need representation. I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't desire it. Please just stop, people. Just stop. It's too thick. I don't like this. Peter Files belongs to the bottom of the lake. Who the hell's Peter Files? In case anyone's wondering what I'm drawing. Not sure about this. I wasn't sure about any of them. I just want the rainbow. I miss right after 40. I miss when it was just the rainbow. I miss the good old days. I miss the good old gays. You know, now it's the group of peace, love, and acceptance is getting violent again. Like Goob, they got mad at him. Get original colors in it. I've got original colors. The rainbow flag. Boom. Solved. Problem eliminated. The good old gays. I'm seeing another one where it looks like they mashed the Palestine. Ugh. Do they realize that they would get stoned in Palestine? Like, God. Tired of idiot flags. Well, the thing is, I've gotten in a lot of fights with these pro-Palestine people lately. Not because I give a shit either way, but because I look at they're like, well, we don't support anything that supports any genocide. That's what it is. Okay, really? So I hope you gave up all oil then. I hope that you do not use anything with gasoline or oil or anything with cobalt in it. I hope you gave all that up. And the reason I say that, kids, is because there are active genocides in Yemen and Myanmar. And guess what the 2 top exports of those countries are? And they export to us gasoline. Okay? So if you want to start sitting there saying, oh, I'm not going to support this, that, and the other, you know what? I fully support that. So you need to give up everything petroleum. I want you to absolutely say you're never going to use it again. Anything to do with cell phones, with cobalt, with lithium. I want you to show me how deep your dedication goes. And what I love is they go, well, that's different. I need it to work in society. Oh, okay. So you're willing to compromise your morals if it fits your convenience. That's what you're telling me. It is not that you, whatchamacallit. It is not that you truly feel that way. It's because that's the one that's the easiest for you to back. That's the one that's easiest for you. But all the ones taking place in South America, South Africa, Yemen, Myanmar, all those ones that benefits you, you don't give a shit. And that's why I don't believe in none of it. I don't give a shit about any of that. Because if you're going to sit there and tell me your moral high ground is because I can't drink Coke or have an Oreo or go to fucking McDonald's or Starbucks because of your moral high ground, or we got to boycott those. Great. What else are you boycotting in the name of genocide? What else you doing? That's activist for you. Right. And there are people I personally know that I love that I would shout that to, but they can't handle it. That's too much. That's too much truth for them. It's easy for you to sit there and say about that, oh, I'm boycotting that because of justice and da 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 da. But you'll stand beside you'll stand to the side if somebody's getting attacked right in front of you. So don't fucking talk to me about moral justice. I walked here in Star Sun yelling, what did you guys do? Hi, Dylan. They block traffic to the point where it causes more emissions. To protest emissions. Okay. You protest starvation by throwing food. Like, okay. Imagine me caring about a single fucking thing that comes out of your mouth at that point. You're gonna be imagining for a while. These people are stupid. Right, because they're morons. Because they follow their morality where they're told to follow their morality. And you know what? I understand. Because you want to be empathetic. Because you want to care. And I'm not saying that what one side is doing is better than the other. They're both at fault in many of these situations. There's always somebody in power that is making it happen. I don't disagree with that. But for you to sit there and think that you sitting in the middle of traffic is going to help anybody. No one gives a shit what you blue hairs in the middle of a highway in LA do. Nobody cares. You're not going to stop somebody in the middle of Yemen or in the middle of Palestine from shooting somebody. It's not happening. You do it to make yourself feel better, which is fine. You want to feel better. But stop pretending you're doing anything else other than making yourself feel better. That is all you are doing. You are helping nobody except yourself. Just be honest. You can wear your watermelons. You can fly a flag. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But don't think you're actually helping anybody. And that's the truth that nobody wants to hear. It is the ultimate cope. They only care when it's convenient when they don't have to give up something. Exactly. Because you know what? Giving up McDonald's is easy because then you can go to Burger King or you can get your own fries at home. Giving up Starbucks is easy because then you can make your coffee at home. Tell them they got to give up their cell phones. Tell them they got to give up their car or their commute completely. See how quickly their opinion changes. See how quickly something like, well, I can't do that. Well, why not? That's different. Why is it different? Explain it to me. Treat me like I'm stupid. Why is that any different? I suffer the knowledge, so do you. Pros Against so weird because the embassy sends out notices telling Americans what? What does it tell Americans? Telling Americans to avoid football games and concerts even, right? Wait until the actors realize the green movement is funded by commies, right? But I can't give up the hub. Get rid of everything made of plastic, right? You are stupid. Exactly. Because again, that would mean their narrative would crumble at the seams, and that's the problem. I'm not saying I have all the solutions. I'm not saying I fully understand the conflicts. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that if your reasoning to being opinionated about it and putting a stand is because you're against these actions and these activities and all these different, that's fine. All right? I got you. But then that means stay consistent. That means across the board, you don't believe in any of that stuff. But if you're going to ignore the other ones, how about the Uyghur Muslims? Anyone care about them? They're in active concentration camps and slave labor. Sheehan, guess where most of that slave labor comes from? In most of the third world countries, child labor. So where's the conviction, kids? I'm just so lost. Maybe the eco-activists are knowingly commies. They're fine with it. Is it. Well, it's just like the vegans that are fine with animals being killed on the farmland because it protects their crops. See, that's a necessary death at that point. Same bullshit, different day. Same mental gymnastics. People complain about reparations but ignore the millions of people in slavery right now. Right, because that's different. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, Jade. You missed the second half. Petrol and coal companies fund protests because it means they sell more fuel. Right. Very true, because you see them get trucked in. They get flown in, bussed in, you know. They act as if all of these companies that they say, oh, well, this company's not funding that, so they're good. Yeah. And they know that you care about that. They know that you worry about that. Like someone the other day, I got in a fight on a Instagram post, okay? You ready for the mental gymnastics? Okay? Everyone knows the Big Bang Theory. And if you don't, the TV show, I liked it. And one of my mom's favorite scenes from the Big Bang Theory is when Sheldon gets Amy a tiara. Okay? And that scene was an animatic on this artist. And she was just having a little fun because, you know, she's never had a boyfriend before. She's not really used to it. And so she said she would give her man a ration of shit about stuff like that. But, you know, it was a really cute little animatic. And of course, someone had to be in the comments like, this would be so much better if the actor wasn't pro-Israel. I'm like, she's literally Jewish. So am I. What's your point? I'm like, good. So what other conflict are you worried about? Then I literally ran off. I said, because you're over here virtue signaling on something completely unrelated because you had to bring it up. You just could not help yourself. This is not about that actress. This is not about the conflict, but you gotta bring it up. You had to say it. Oh, heaven forbid you enjoy any material where potentially your virtue was not signaled hard enough. Because, of course, sidetracks the shit someone... Right. I really don't like Big Bang Theory. And that's fine. You don't gotta like it. But that was one of my mom's and my shows. Like, we would sing it together every intro. We really liked it. I enjoyed the Big Bang Theory. I enjoyed it a lot. That's my point. It had nothing. They deliberately want to disrupt. Right. And that's the T. Exactly. How dare somebody not look at what they want you to look at for 2 seconds? Ugh. The audacity. It's all about being anti-Zionist, which they do. Right. Right. Let me see. So we got 1, 2. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to see. It's 4:35 now. I want to leave here around 6. After season 5, it got less fun because the writers changed. That's part of it. The writers did change. Hi, Grana. I've been fed up with this crap since day. Dude, it's just gotten worse over the years. Chains, Scratchy, Celestial. I don't know if I've got my brains for Scratchy today. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 more to go. I think getting the amount done I dated pretty good. You want to be entertained, you dirty loaded diaper. Indeed it has, right. This is why we can't have nice things, for real. And then this whole thing with Candace Owens and the Daily Wire and Crowder and his divorce, which is nobody's fucking business. Just the whole thing. Like, this entire endeavor. This entire world. Like, we are far too interested in somebody else's life. I'll be the first to say that. We are far too concerned with what someone else is doing. That has nothing to do with any of us. Like, I first started noticing this garbage around 2007, and it's just gotten worse since then. Accurate. 100%. When I was a young warthog, when I was younger, politics didn't operate this way. It was still bad, but it wasn't like it is now. At least the old phone recognized names. I typed 100 times. Yo, my new phone's keyboard really fucks me up. Like, you guys know I used to type pretty decent. The autocorrect is so stupid. It will, like, completely fill in this long-ass word. And afterwards, I'll look and be like, what the I didn't type that. And my keyboard will just autocorrect. Also, it's the weirdest shit. But, no, Crowder's gotten weird. Yes, I 100% agree. And the thing is, like, oh, you only hate him now because the gynocentrics told. I'm like, no, I don't. I just don't hate him. He still has accurate things that he says. However, there was whatchamacallit. There's a lot he's done that I don't agree with. And when you've got so many people that were core members of your group leaving, it just, and then your wife leaves you. And the way it all comes out, very suspicious to me. If you smell bullshit, there's usually bullshit. And then he brings on Fresh and Fit. What, Greta? Come here. Come on. Here's a girl. But, yeah, the problem is you. I never liked Crowder mostly because he was loud. See, in a lot of ways, I could like Crowder because I could see through a lot of what he did because he does remind me of my brother. He reminds me of a very extreme version of my brother. Before Jilly. There's a lot about him that reminds me of my childhood, growing up with my brother and things like that. And so I could deal with him. I did not like how everything went down. It just seemed a little too... Like, now if you were wrong opinion freaks online. Right, and I told him, like, that's the thing. Myriad, to piggyback off of your point, because I'm going to be leaving in a minute, guys, that way I can get ready to go to dinner. To piggyback off of your opinion on that, I was saying it last night because Goob called out pedo behavior at a Pride event, right? And people tried to say that this was him speaking from a place of power and da-da-da-da. I'm like, how is it he's the one speaking from a place of power when all of you are banding together to try to take away his stuff, try to take away his business, trying to report him, da-da-da-da. Phil, was that annoying? I'm so sorry for you. No, you don't understand. I love my brother very dearly. I'm not joking when I say this. My mother said to me point blank that if she had known how Philip was going to be, she never would have had me because he was that mean to me. I cannot state enough. She said it point blank. You think I am honest? Where you think I get it from? Where do you think I get my brutal honesty from? My mother and father raised me with brutal honesty. And my mom said point blank, if she had known how much Philip was going to bully me, she wouldn't have had me. I will tell you, and my brother doesn't like to hear it because it makes him uncomfortable, I would say a good 50% of my picadillos and problems directly stem from him. My direct fear of, I can't even say the words, but like gross things is because he would tell me they were hidden in everything when I was a little kid. My fear of a lot of foods stemmed from him. My fear of feet, my claustrophobia stemmed from him. And I love him because he's my brother. And I understand he was a kid. However, I've heard about it, Jade. Honestly, I very purposely did not look at most of that. Well, Silvar, he was born first. She didn't really have a choice in that. Philip was the firstborn. There was no choice in whether or not she could have him. That's how the Lord chose it. What she's saying is that she wouldn't have gone for a second child. He really installed hard trauma. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I wasn't a kid who liked being touched to begin with, but then especially because he would like suplex me and toss me around and all that. Yeah, I just started getting into the habit of, you know what? Don't touch me, I'm good. I'm good. And then on top of that, after that, well, as you all know, not him. There was the other person. So, yeah. Oh, he loved to practice wrestling moves on me. Anyone ever get the Jesus? If you've never gotten the Jesus or the crucifixion, don't. It's uncomfortable, to put it mildly. He used to perform the Mr. Sacco on me. Anyone know what the Mr. Sacco is? If you don't know what the Mr. Sacco is, go ahead and look it up. He did it exactly how it sounds. Just saying it can't be good telling the victim they shouldn't exist. It wasn't that, because I didn't take it as that. I took it as my mom wanted to save me from the torture. Because that's the thing is like, again, if you don't grow up in an extremely brutally honest home, it would definitely sound like that, where it's like victim blaming. My mom saw it more as like, I wish you didn't have to go through that. Do you think it's that case now, Jade? I honestly, I have no opinion on the Crowder case. I don't like how he treated her in the ring video, regardless of what was happening. But that's me. Hey, babe, can you bring me... Oh, never mind. I got it in here. But yeah. And again, that is to say that I very much get along with my brother now. And especially since he met his wife, because she is such... Of course, your parents could have taught him not to be cruel. Oh, they did. You see, that's the problem. He didn't care. We would get all the punishments. We would get all of, like, that's the thing. It isn't a matter of my mom and dad were like, now you. No, it was a matter of there was grounding. There was things taken away. There was privileges taken away. There was 100%. I would get exalted while he would get punished. But brothers are brothers. Like, There's no way around it. You had to have been there. My mom and dad would 100% defend me and tell him when he was wrong, and they would defend me to him. They would make the apology thing. But the problem is, kids are kids. Shit's gonna happen. I agree that he was trash during the ring video, but why did she delete everything else? Probably due to legalities. They're probably trying, because like there's things that were out, and if it goes into court, they probably have to pull it because of they could say it's libel, they could say it's damaging his public opinion. All sorts of things could be said. Oh God, yeah, my mom and dad held us both to task, 100%. There was never a time in our lives where my mom and dad didn't treat Philip and I very equally. I was a much more independent child than my brother was. I would often go off by myself and do my own thing. I would get, like, my brother was the kid that would tell you the night before his school project is done. I was the kid that you didn't even know I had a school project because I do it all on my own. And the only time I would ask is if I absolutely needed the stuff. My parents told me if I was in a relationship, they should warn me once, and if I continued, our brothers could hit me when the judge barred her not to. Oh, so she wasn't. Oh, then I don't know. I don't know. If she wasn't supposed to, then I don't know what to tell you. If she did it after she was subpoenaed, she screwed herself over. I'll tell you that. She's definitely fucked herself over. If she did something against the court, But no, my parents, my mother had a thing where she'd walk into the room with a big plastic bag and she'd blow a kiss. And that meant kiss all your shit goodbye. Typically, one of the punishments that would happen is you take over the other's chores. Or your favorite things would be taken away. Typically, it was video games for my brother. That was his favorite thing. So it was stuff like that. Everything on both sides of that divorce is dirty. Right. My parents didn't take me to Mickey D's because my sister hit me in the face with a pillow full of Lego bricks. I'm never going to let them forget that. Oh, hell no. Oh, no. Matter of fact, so my brother, I think I've told you guys this story, but if not, so my brother used to be terrified of dolls. And I'm terrified of dolls too, so I don't know what the hell we were thinking. I asked for an American Girl doll, but the one I got was terrified of. It was Samantha. And my brother had particularly pissed me off one day. I want to say I was 14 or 15 years old. Now, there was only one room in the entire house that had a door. Okay? It was my mom and dad's bedroom. Well, in the bathroom. And the attic. But that's besides the point. There was one bedroom that had a door. Okay? Philip had just gotten through being rather rude. Just we were teenagers. Mom and dad were at work. I was at home with him. He had said some BS to me, pissed me off, and then for some reason, he had sat in the kitchen and passed out on a chair. He just fell asleep. And so I went and I grabbed my Samantha doll, and I took her arm, and I grabbed a steak knife, and I taped a steak knife on her hand. And I walked up to Philip, and I used the doll's arm, the other arm, and I tapped his shoulder. And he woke up to me holding Samantha right over his face, jamming the arm up and down, going, "Hey, Philip, wanna play?" So after he screamed, he proceeded to scream, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." Which I proceeded to run to my parents' bedroom, shut and lock the door, and that is how my mom and dad found us. Because they came like maybe 20 minutes later, and Philip was still threatening me through the door. I had to lock the back door too because he tried to go outside and get me through the glass door, but I locked that too. So my mom came home and saw all of this, and Philip wanted her to defend me, to defend him. Well, she came in and she goes, "I don't blame her. She just got her comeuppance. You just don't like that she got you. You don't like that she got your ass. Good job, Cassandra." My brother was not happy that day. My brother was not happy that day. That's why I give him a knuckle sandwich. I was not strong. I was not a very muscular in the arms. My muscles were all in my legs, which is how I was able to run so fast. And yeah. The other time was when my brother was making fun of me, and I happened to be at dick level with him. And he was saying something about how ugly I was or something, and that I was weak. Couldn't say that to him, so I punched him in the dick. He didn't do that again. And Mom just laughed. Because she told him, she's like, don't keep pushing her. Because she would tell him for years, you know what? You keep pushing her, eventually she's going to push back and you're not going to like it. And when that came true, well, he learned. Yeah, I was on the floor doing something. I was sorting through something, and he was standing up, putting the stuff away. But yeah, my mom and dad were very, because you got to realize something. My dad was the youngest of 9 children, 6 surviving. So my brother was the youngest of all of them. And he was used to older siblings picking on them. And they would tell him, stop. But Philip enjoyed it. He liked getting a rise out of people. And so, but yeah, see, now I agree with you, Marianne. They don't like, get a pillowcase full of Legos, buy Choco, Happy Meal and hot chocolate, enjoy meal with Choco, watch. Very true. My mom wouldn't laugh like every time we hit each other. She would laugh if it was a, you started it, and now you're mad they're finishing it. That's how it was. I rarely, and that was the thing. I am a goody two-shoes in a lot of ways. My mind would say, I don't want the fight, so I'm not going to start the fight. My brother, on the other hand, very much wanted the fight. And so 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't get in trouble because she'd look at him and go, you started it. She's defending herself. And now you're mad at her. That's not how it works. And that was the thing. I don't instigate. I mind my own business. But he always instigated. And so that's why I understand what Sylvar was saying earlier. I promise you, they gave him plenty of punishment. He didn't care. He's a shit stirrer, and he loved it. And it's only in the last few years, especially after Mom passed away, that he doesn't shit stir like he used to. He just doesn't. He's gotten, fuck around and find out. Exactly. And my brother's the kind of that's not good enough. I will tell you, one of the few times Philip fucked around and find out, I almost put a screwdriver through his head. I've thrown ice in his face. I nailed him with a rock in the forehead. That was what I hated about middle school, was it right. If you stood up, you got punished. That's very true. One time he was making fun of me, and I just threw a rock idly in his direction. I didn't think I'd nail him straight on the forehead, but I did. Woo! The egg on his forehead that day. I think I was 5 and he was 8. For someone with no muscle, I had a good throwing arm. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, his little girl is she's already got him wrapped. You saw the photo I sent you. She's already got him absolutely pegged. Like, it's over. It's done. There was one time we were in the backyard. We were having a snowball fight, and Philip is obviously taller than me and stronger than me, and especially back then I was much smaller. So while Starson used rock throw, it was super effective. Enemy is confused. He had me, and he had his foot either on my leg or something, and he had the hood to my snowsuit, and he was just shoving snow as fast and hard as he could into my snowsuit. And it was like getting in my face, and I was having a hard time breathing. And so I just reached for the first heavy object, which happened to be a foot wide, 6-inch deep chunk of ice. And I slammed it in his face. So you had a different Mr. Sacco than what me and my brothers. Yeah, he would literally pull off the sock after going to school, and he was in an all-boys school. Put it on his hand and shove it down my throat. Yep. So the ice, my mom was watching from the window because she was shouting at him to stop, and then when I nailed him with the ice, she laughed. the screwdriver, he was screaming something at me. He was getting me mad. And because his job was the kitchen. I was bathroom. I was cat boxes. He was laundry. And then we would do the living room together. He would vacuum and sweep the living room, and I would polish the furniture. That's how it was. He was sweeping the kitchen floor, and I was he tried to kickstart your villain arc. I swear to God, he did. So he and I were screaming, and we had this credenza, and this credenza was always covered in junk because it was our drop. It was where we dropped everything. And I was screaming at him. He was screaming at me. He was saying something. He was sweeping, and I don't know what I yelled. And you're going to see why I don't remember the conversation too well. Because I just wanted to throw something at him. I was just mad as hell. I had to throw something at him. I saw a whiteout bottle. And so I grabbed the whiteout bottle and I threw it. Well, by the time the whiteout bottle left my hand, I realized I grabbed the 8-inch screwdriver. And it was going right for his head. Sharp side that way. I was like, oh, fuck. Well, it sails past him. He dodges it. Thank God. He dodges it. And it nails sharp side directly into the front of the stove. And this was an old stove. This was one of those old 1980s stove with the tempered glass in the front. And the glass shatters into a million pieces on the floor. And here's why Philip and I don't remember what we were yelling about, because we looked at each other and said, all right, how are we going to tell Mom? We looked at each other and said, okay, what are we going to tell Mom? How are we going to lie about this? And so... And so we had holy guac, right? Like it was all this black glass everywhere. And we're like, shit. What are we gonna do? And so we went with a half lie. The common enemy, mother, exactly. So we went with the half lie, okay? And the half lie was we were fighting, and what happened was Philip turned and was animatedly yelling, and he swung and he hit it with the broom because I was instigating him. And my mom didn't really believe it, but she accepted it. And then we're sitting in the car, and his best friend Josh is in the back seat. And I'm in the front seat. Philip's beside Josh in the back. And it just so happened my mom needed to keep a screwdriver in the center console of her Toyota. And this is like maybe 3 or 4 months later. And Josh looks down at that screwdriver and says, is that the one you used to break the stove? And all hell broke loose. I knew it! I knew you two were lying to me! I knew it! Oh, and Josh, why didn't you shut up? I didn't know she didn't know! I told you she didn't know! It was ridiculous. It was so bad. Damn it, shut up, Josh! Right! Crazy kids are better than home security. Let me tell you something. Anyone that broke into our house would have been absolutely tortured, because my brother liked playing with fire and I had a good throwing arm. He done fucked it. We were so pissed. We were so pissed at him. It's a true ass story. True story. Now, Philip and I broke a lot of stuff fighting. We broke a chair when we slammed into it together. No, we broke 2 chairs. It was at this moment he knew he fucked up. Yep. We were just like, it was the silence before. I knew it! Damn it! I was so mad. I was so mad. But all right, so you wanted the stories. That is literally the only exciting stories about Starson. That is it. There is nothing else interesting about me as a kid. Those are the only interesting stories. So I apologize, guys. That's it. And the only interesting stories I have are me fighting with my brother. Oh, the Star Children. Now we get along great. The worst things we fight about are movie shit and video games. He hates Disney now, so Disney too. Which is why I cannot wait to manipulate Izzy into watching all the... And here's the thing, okay? You want to hear the bullshit? Mr. I Hate Disney, do you know what he asked me about this morning? Going and making sure I got the special edition of Beauty and the Beast for his wife. Because guess why Isabella's named Isabella? Because Jilly's favorite Disney movie, like me, is Beauty and the Beast. And she wanted to be able to call her Belle. So don't sit there and tell me you don't want to have your child be a Disney child. She was named like a Disney child, sir. So you bet your ass. Every time she goes and sees Auntie, we're watching Disney. We're singing Disney. Oh, yeah. For his wife. Right. Get it out of your system, right? Well, that's it, though. Disney stinks. Bite me, candy corn. Bite me. But either way, kids, I have to go out to eat with a dear friend of mine because, one, she just got engaged, and two, she wants to celebrate us getting a house. So I get to meet her fiance today, and hopefully he makes a good impression on me. Not Dickie Chris. What? Dickie? I didn't realize he wrote Dickie. Oh my god. Stop it. Post the food. I'm going to Korean barbecue. Octopus eater. Party. Yes, I know. But, so I'm going to go awaken Starman. Did you ever think that that might be why he hates Disney now? No, he hates Disney because of the woke. That's literally it. He doesn't like the woke stuff. That's literally it. We used to be a Disney household. Like, every time a Disney movie came out, the family was in on it. We watched every single one. He just doesn't like the woke stuff, and he saw it long before the rest of us. He saw it coming a mile away. And that's the problem. I'm going to tell you this right now. And you're all going to tattle on me anyway, so I might as well not even try to give the disclaimer. My brother is literally one of the most intelligent people I know. He's exceedingly intelligent. That is his biggest problem. My brother's a very smart person who gets bored very easy. And that is his biggest downfall. Is that because he gets bored so easy, he finds ways to find entertainment. Very much so. He is what ADHD actually... Yes. Black cats, when I tell you, yes. My mother and I would watch Big Bang Theory and call him into the room to show him a scene with Sheldon and say, this is fucking you. Yes. 100%. 100%. Shut up, Chaco. And it's why, and I don't mean it like my brother is a serial killer, but it's why when I watch these serial killer documentaries and they say they were so smart that they got bored and yes, 100%. Oh, when I tell you, Myriad, my brother is, whenever anybody tells me their kid has ADHD, I laugh because my brother and I grew up and the way we have it, most kids don't actually have it. What they have is an inflated sense of need that isn't being expressed properly because they don't get enough outlets, and so it builds up. They eat too much of the wrong stuff, which ruins their diet and imbalances their hormones, and that is what causes all this. Straight up. But either way, guys, before I keep talking more and I run out of time to get ready to get going, I love you all. There should be new videos out this week. I'm going to try to finish these last 9 pieces and get them out this week. Okay? And then I'm going to art drop all of Inktober. Yes, I know you want your Slua. I have to take more time. Those are things I'm not going to rush. But I'm going to drop all of Inktober, all of Mermaid, and then all of my artwork of my characters. I will be doing the Employee of the Month. As you know, I had a very tumultuous weekend, baby being born and all that, so I forgot to do Employee of the Month. It is coming out either today or tomorrow. I might even do it while I'm getting ready. So if you are a member of my you're a member on my YouTube or you are a patron, be keeping an eye out for that. Thank you guys all so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. There is not going to be any Monday stream, as you all know, if you were here yesterday. Miss Hora Emirata, will be in Vegas. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do next Monday. I might not do anything. Except Susan. Fuck you, Susan. If you have not seen Hasbin Hotel, that is even funnier now. I love you all. Remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. Yes, there are Monday streams. We stream every Monday night for the Horror Emirata, the Star Murata Animal Show. I'll even show you what it looks like. Hold on. If you look and you see a live stream that has that is the Star Murata Animal Show. Either way, guys, that is all. Class just ended. Hi, Mom. Bye, Hunty. Oh, God. I love you guys. I will talk to you all soon. Have a great, safe Tuesday, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.